If you own cryptocurrencies, get ready. But get ready not for the disaster everyone talks about. Get ready for the greatest wealth transfer of our generation. While many people remain stuck in fear, waiting for clear signals to take action, the most alert ones are positioning themselves silently, taking advantage of a window of opportunity that may never return. And if you're a family man carrying the weight of debt on your back, this could be the right moment to turn the game around. Because unlike what they say out there, cryptocurrencies are not a trap. They're a lever that, when used wisely, can lift you out of stagnation, out of constant collection calls, out of a suffocating life, and put you on a real path of rebuilding and freedom. So stay with me until the end, because in this video you'll understand why your financial future might be about to change, and how starting with very little, even in debt, can put you ahead of 90% of people. Imagine for a moment that you're in a drifting boat. The water is rising, the wind is against you, and all you have are your hands and the strength of your heart. That's how many family men feel today, pushed around by debt, squeezed by the cost of living, watching the month end before the money does. But now imagine someone hands you a compass, and that compass points to a different direction, one that very few are even looking at. Cryptocurrencies, when understood, are that compass. Yes, there's risk. Yes, the path requires caution. But what nobody tells you is that today there are strategies that allow even those starting from zero to enter this universe with security, intelligence, and real growth potential. That's what we're going to talk about here. And if at any point this starts to make sense to you, hit the like button now, because it shows you're willing to learn and transform your life. In recent years, the world witnessed a rare phenomenon: the rise of cryptocurrencies as a new way to store and multiply value. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so many other digital coins stopped being nerd games and became assets respected by banks, governments, and major investors. But do you know what's even more interesting? That in this game, the small players have a real chance to compete. Unlike traditional markets where you need a lot to get started, in crypto you can begin with very little and learn as you go. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil. And if you're in debt, that's not a problem. What matters now isn't how much money you have. It's the knowledge you decide to pursue. Because knowledge is the one thing no one can take from you. And it's worth far more than any coin. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button now. Here we deliver real content. No fluff. Straight to the point. For people who need more than generic advice. They need direction. Maybe you're thinking, but how am I supposed to invest in crypto if I can barely pay my bills? And that's a fair question. But here's the truth. It's not about risking everything you have. It's about learning to set aside a small piece of what comes in, even if it's very little, and turning that into a seed. Because, let's be honest, no one reaps what they don't sow. And what I want to show you is that even with $50, $100 a month, you can start building a cushion of opportunity. You can choose serious coins, make monthly contributions, and watch that grow little by little. Like a garden you water with consistency. And do you know what's the most incredible part? Time is on your side. Those who start today, even with a small amount, are light years ahead of those waiting for the next boom. Because when this new bull cycle comes, and it will come, only those who are already inside will benefit. So take a moment now and comment below. Are you already investing in crypto? Or are you just getting started? Have you ever stopped to think about how artificial intelligence is silently rewriting the rules of the financial game? While you watch your crypto portfolio, waiting for the next price spike, invisible algorithms are already deciding what goes up and what goes down before the market even reacts. Hedge funds use AI to predict movements minutes in advance, and that's creating a new dynamic. The average investor is always one step behind. And if you're close to retirement, that delay can cost you your freedom. AI not only anticipates trends, it manipulates volumes, simulates liquidity, and in some cases, even creates artificial panic. What used to be a freedom market is now becoming a game of digital giants. If you still believe that investing in crypto is just about buying and holding, be careful. You might be getting swallowed by a system that has evolved and no one warned you. Smash that like button if this topic surprised you, and stick with me, because in the next chapters, you'll understand how to protect yourself from all of this. Imagine living in a beautiful house, surrounded by greenery, with everything you've always wanted. But the land is sitting on an active fault line. That's the current reality of the American economy. With public debt surpassing $34 trillion, we're on the verge of historic fiscal realignment, and that directly impacts cryptocurrencies. Why? Because the more unstable the dollar becomes, the more people seek alternative assets. This might sound like a blessing to Bitcoin holders, but it also means the government might start placing heavy surveillance on the sector. Imagine retroactive taxes on crypto gains, automatic tracking of exchanges, temporary wallet freezes. Sound like an exaggeration? Then study what happened with gold in the 1930s. The government can, and already has, and if you're retiring and counting on your digital assets as your safety net, you need to understand the risk of hidden confiscation. Subscribe to the channel now if you want to keep getting real alerts like this. No sugarcoating, no politics, just the truth. Most people who invest in cryptocurrencies don't even understand how smart contracts work. And it's not their fault. This topic was deliberately wrapped in technical language. But here's the truth. Smart contracts, which are supposed to be the backbone of blockchain security, are also their most vulnerable targets. Automated hackers powered by AI are exploiting microscopic flaws in these contracts and draining millions without leaving a trace. DeFi platforms, decentralized finance, are the hardest hit. And you know what's worse? Often, investors only realize the money is gone weeks later. If you're relying on passive income from DeFi protocols for retirement, you need to rethink your strategy now. It's like trusting your retirement to a bank with no door, no manager, and its vaults wide open. The technology is incredible, but it needs constant vigilance. Hit the like button if you want to go deeper into this topic in a future video. What's behind the technology might just be what determines your financial comfort in the coming years. Have you ever heard that stablecoins like USDT or USDC are the safe haven of cryptocurrencies? But what you might not know is that these assets, despite the name, aren't that stable after all. In fact, they are backed by reserves that, in many cases, aren't even subject to public audits. All it takes is a break in trust, like what almost happened with Terra/Luna, and everything can collapse in a matter of hours. Now imagine this. You have 40% of your retirement portfolio in stablecoins, confident that they're protected. And suddenly, the peg to the dollar breaks. What used to be $1 turns into 0.73. That happened, and it can happen again, even with the most popular ones. The question you need to ask yourself is not if it will happen, but whether you're prepared when it does. Don't place your financial peace in something that only looks safe. The appearance of stability might be the biggest disguise for collapse. If this warning made you think differently, comment below. Now I see it more clearly. That helps me understand how much this content is making a difference for you. Did you know that billions of dollars in cryptocurrency are already lost because their owners died without leaving clear instructions? Sounds like a movie plot, but it's real. People who accumulated digital fortunes simply pass away without sharing their wallet passwords with anyone. And now, those coins are trapped on the blockchain forever. If you're thinking about retirement, you need to think about succession. You need to organize your digital inheritance with the same seriousness you would a traditional will. There are safe and ethical ways to do that. Digital vaults, contract with multiple keys, legal instructions. Because what you built with effort can't just vanish because no one knew how to access it. Don't let this mistake erase your legacy. You fought too hard to take that risk. Hit the like button if this topic caught you off guard, and share this chapter with someone in your family. This could be the most important conversation of the next generation. While many still think banks and cryptocurrencies are separate worlds, the reality is quite different. There's a cold war happening behind the scenes, and it's silent. Banks are investing heavily in blockchain technologies, but at the same time, they restrict access to exchanges, cut API connections, block suspicious transfers, and in some cases, even close the account to clients who frequently trade crypto. Why? Because they know control is slipping out of their hands. And if you, as a mature investor, are relying on traditional banking platforms to manage your digital money, you're walking on unstable ground. Crypto freedom is not just a technological promise. It's a structural necessity. And understanding who's trying to take that from you is key to protecting yourself. If you faced this kind of blockage before, comment below, I saw this happen. Together, we're exposing truths that have never been told with this level of clarity. The journey of a crypto investor is, above all, an emotional one, and those nearing retirement feel it twice as much. After all, anxiety increases, time seems to move faster, and the pressure to see results quickly can ruin a brilliant strategy. Many retirees enter crypto with good intentions, but exit too soon. They sell out of fear. They buy in moments of hype. They forget that patience, in this market, is what separates those who harvest from those who only plant and give up. You need to work on your mindset just as much as your finances. Meditate. Plan your exits. Visualize the long term. Those who hold on reap. Those who panic lose. Your brain is your greatest asset. Take care of it. And if you want more content about the psychology of the mature investor, comment, I want more of this. And subscribe now so you don't miss the next videos. Yes, there are real options within the DeFi world that can generate monthly income consistently, even for those with a conservative profile. But almost no one talks about them because they're not sexy. They don't promise 1,000% a year, but they offer what you need, predictability. We're talking about solid, audited protocols with real collateral guarantees, tools that allow you to lend crypto and earn interest, or participate in liquidity pools with very low volatility. Retirement doesn't have to mean selling off assets. It can, and should, mean harvesting the fruits of what you built, and that's possible even in the crypto universe. If this topic interests you, share this video now with a friend who already holds crypto. Together, you can build a solid digital income portfolio. China, Europe, and now the United States are already studying, and in some cases testing, the so-called central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs. Sounds positive, right? But that's where the danger lies. These currencies have a name crypto, but are the opposite in philosophy. Fully centralized, 100% trackable, and worse, programmable. This means the government can, for example, limit where you spend, how you invest, and even impose expiration dates on your money. Sounds like science fiction, but it's already a reality in advanced trials. And when people start accepting these currencies as alternatives to the dollar, what will happen to private cryptos? Your portfolio might be impacted without you even noticing. Stay alert. Stay prepared. Subscribe to the channel now if you want to learn how to navigate this new era without giving up your freedom. This might be the most unexpected chapter, but also the most urgent. The world is increasingly turning towards sustainability, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which use energy-intensive systems like proof of work, are being pressured by environmentalists and governments. This could lead to new taxes, restrictions, and in extreme cases, even bans in certain U.S. states. Meanwhile, coins with more efficient systems like proof of stake are gaining ground, and investors who understand the shift now will come out ahead. Sustainability will become an investment criterion. Just like we evaluate risk, return, and liquidity today, we will evaluate environmental impact. And if you're building your future, you need to factor this in. Hit the like button if this topic opened your eyes, and comment, I want more on sustainability, if you want a full video just on this. Of course, no one here is telling you to drop everything and become a crypto fanatic. But the truth is that the traditional financial system is not concerned about you. Banks don't care about your credit score. The government doesn't know your name. But cryptocurrency technology was made specifically to give autonomy to those who never had a voice. Blockchain, DeFi, digital wallets. These are new words that need to become tools in your hands. And you don't have to understand everything now. You just need to take the first step. Because the biggest mistake a family provider can make today is to ignore this revolution. Picture yourself 10 years from now telling your child how hard it was at the beginning, but that you had the courage to learn, to try, to change direction. That has value. That builds legacy. That inspires. And that's why we can't let fear replace action. If this content is opening your eyes, hit the like button now. That helps this channel reach more people like you, who deserve to hear the truth. Now, let me tell you a quick story. One of the students who follows this channel messaged me a few weeks ago. Father of two, unemployed, in credit card debt, with no prospects. But he decided to start small. He studied, watched the videos, opened an account on a reliable exchange, and started buying crypto fractions. 3 months later, he didn't become rich, but he said a sentence that gave me chills. Today I sleep better because I feel like I'm building something. And that's exactly it. It's not about immediate wealth. It's about peace. It's about taking back control. Because when you start planting seeds, you change from the inside out. You stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as the main character. And if this video awakened that in you, then it was already worth it. Subscribe to the channel now, because in the next videos, I'm going to show you how to build your first crypto portfolio, which coins to research, how to avoid traps, and how to grow even in hard times. To close this video, I want you to remember one thing. No one will fight for your future like you will. And cryptocurrencies, far from being an easy shortcut, are a possible path, a path that requires discipline, learning, and courage. But it can indeed be the turning point you've been waiting for. The game is not lost. On the contrary, it's just beginning. And now you have a choice: stay the same or take a step toward change. Financial freedom begins with a decision, and that decision can be made today. Hit the like button. Share this video with another family man who needs to hear this. And remember, every real well invested today is a seed of peace tomorrow. Until the next video, and may your journey toward freedom begin now.